have lunch ready, so you've driven to your site and it took you, I don't know, like a couple of hours maybe to get to your spot. You really want a good meal, but you want a fast meal. You could do a super simple, I don't know, lunch meat sandwich when you get to the campsite, but it's really kind of boring and it's really predictable, and this is just about as simple, maybe a little extra work, but not much. So this is what we've got going on. A little bit of onion, some pepper, and some tomato, some grilled chicken, a little bit of cheese, and we're gonna make some great chicken quesadillas today for lunch. It'll be super fast. We're gonna start by heating up a little bit of butter, and then we're gonna saute some onion. These are for the really brave people in your crowd. So habanero peppers, unless you're like a totally hot freak, I leave those on the side for the people in the group who like to be a little extra dangerous. That's not me. I like to use some pre-cooked meats that I've cooked at home, whether they be in a crock pot or on a grill or something like that, and then reinvent them on site when we're camping. And since that chicken is already cooked through, all you're doing is reheating it. So, nobody is drinking beer during setup because we just got here, it's like, noonish, but if your chicken's a little bit dry, you want to moisten it up a little bit of liquid is good. Beer is really good, so just crack a beer, throw a little bit of liquid in there, make sure your chicken is nice and moist, then put the rest in the cooler so it's 5 o'clock, till it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We're gonna let that heat up, and then we got another pan going over here with our tortillas. It's a dry pan. All we want to do is toast up the tortilla. Every good camper uses the best camping tools for cooking. It's your fingers. So when you can feel that your chicken is heated through and your onions are nice and tender, then we're just going to go ahead and move that over to the top of our tortilla. I'm going to start the base with the tortilla with a little bit of shredded cheese. Get that on the bottom so it gets nice and melted. And we're celebrating with our whole pepper theme today. You can do this in 2 halves. It's a lot easier to turn it that way. I like to be brave and throw it in with a lid. Put another tortilla on top, and we're just going to melt that cheese and make sure that the tortilla is nice and crispy, and then it'll be time to eat. How do you like my retro spatula? Nice thing about cooking outside is if you have a couple of crumbs, you can just like throw them on the ground, which is something you can't do at home. It's kind of liberating. Okay, then we'll just check the bottom of that bottom tortilla, make sure that it's getting nice and crisp, and when it's crisp and a little bit brown, then we're gonna flip it. That's the hard part. We're making lunch while everybody else is finishing the setup, and we're also listening to the birds over the propane, and we're taking a look at our beautiful surroundings. And cooking outside is way more fun than cooking in a kitchen. So if you have a hard time flipping, it's not a big deal. The good news is it's really full. The bad news is it's a little bit hard to flip that way. So all you need to do is put it down like that, slide it out of your pan, take another pan, put it on top, flip it over, and then we're going to slide it in. And that's how you flip a whole tortilla, whole top and bottom. Oh, we're finished with our toasting our tortilla. We're going to just slide it out of our pan. Put the lid back on so it's nice and straight. And then we'll slice it up. And then we will serve it. On our pepper themed plate. Because it's just a little more fun that way. Put a little extra pepper on the side in case anybody gets really brave. especially with those habaneros. And top it with a little bit of fresh cilantro. And we call that lunch. Come visit us at campingforfoodies.com for more tips, tricks, and this recipe.